Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful let Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has commanded you to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI with another video. And we're going to start right here, Malachi 4:1, man. It reads, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All the proud, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." And this is talking about what? The thermonuclear destruction that's ordained to set Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, ablaze, man. The day is going to come where this whole place is going to be engulfed in thermonuclear fire. And why am I bringing this out? Because you have this article right here, the Sun News, the U.S. Sun, right? It says going nuclear. Putin launches submarine with nukes capable of wiping out U.S. cities and chilling warning to Biden. You hear that? So this is not happening by coincidence, man. All these things are happening because what? This is Bible prophecy playing out. You see all these tensions between these different nations, all these tensions between the U.S. and Russia, that's all biblical prophecy. These are all things the Most High said will be happening in these last days, man. And this is all being set up for what? The complete destruction and annihilation of America, man. So let's read this article. We're going to put some more scriptures in. How about Shem Yahshua willing? It'll be edifying. So it reads, Russia is set to launch a new submarine with nukes capable of wiping out U.S. cities in a chilling warning to Joe Biden. The launch of the Kazan sub is part of a long-running campaign by Vladimir Putin to modernize Russia's armed forces and comes amid high tensions between Moscow and the West, which is all prophecy, man. It says the state of the art Kazan is the second Yasin M vessel and is equipped with nuclear-capable Caliber and Onyx cruise missiles. A handover ceremony for the submarine, including the hoisting of the St. Andrew's flag, emblem of the Russian Navy, is expected on May 7th. Its unveiling will come ahead of huge military parades marking the end of the Second World War in Europe, TASS reports. The Kazan's development has been shrouded in secrecy, and its delivery repeatedly postponed due to unspecified problems. Video has now emerged showing the Kazan at sea with missiles firing from sister submarine, the Saradvinsk. U.S. intelligence chief Scott Barrier recently classed the Kazan as a worldwide threat to America when talking to the Senate Armed Services Committee. Yasin M submarines are designated to carry Russia's new Zircon hypersonic missile. Putin hailed the Mach 8 Zircon as truly unparalleled and has been described as his missile of choice to target American cities in the event of a nuclear conflict, man. You see this? This is the spirit of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. You see, this is all prophecy, man. This is all the spirit of prophecy right here. I should have probably played this one first. Let's play this video real quick to show you. I ain't got no sound to it. It is what it is. So this video shows, man, what these these submarines are going to be doing, man. What is that, man? That's the sword of the Most High being bathed in heaven, as it tells you in Isaiah 34. You see? So it goes on to say, the Kazan was launched 4 years ago and has been undergoing sea trials since September 2018. TASS reported the timing of the transfer of the submarine to the Navy has been reportedly postponed. For a number of reasons, it did not fulfill the planned program of state tests on time. It stated the main strike weapons of Project 885M submarines are cruise missiles, Onyx caliber, and in the future, hypersonic zircons. The Kazan is capable of carrying up to 32 caliber cruise missiles. In November, the Kazan fired a salvo of caliber and Onyx missiles, which confirmed the possibility of such launches, said a military source. The caliber was fired from the vertical launcher at the coastal target, and the Onyx missiles were fired from the torpedo launcher at the surface target, said the report. Both targets were successfully hit. You see? What the hell is this? So it says, well, it comes as last week Russia sent another chilling message to Biden when on Friday it launched a supersonic cruise missile in the Black Sea where U.S. ships had previously entered. So you see the tensions between the nations are ramping up, man. It says what? The missile was launched in a live fire exercise as the tensions in Ukraine has been mounting over fears of a Russian invasion. The firing followed a botched missile launch on Thursday where a caliber missile misfired and almost hit the Marshal Shaposhnikov Udaloy class destroyer in the Sea of Japan on Russia's Pacific coast. So you see, man, what's being prepared. You see, the Most High is preparing these nations to go to war. You see? Matter of fact, let's get another one. Let's get Isaiah 9, man. These same scriptures are going to come up because this is the time we're living in, man. We're going to have to filter these things through these articles continually until this time, until it comes to pass. So Isaiah 9:5 says what? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And this is talking about what? The Third World's War, man. That's what the Most High is setting the stage for right now. For World War III to take place. And it's not going to be as battles of old, man, when you had soldiers boots on the ground, your footmen on the ground, man, fighting sword and shield one against another. That's not how this war is going to be fought. It's going to be fought with burning and fuel of fire in the form of what? ICBM missiles, man. Thermal nuclear missiles is how World War III is going to be fought. And when it's all said and done, America is going to be completely destroyed off the map, man, as it is written. Because that's what the will of the Most High is for America. While you Christians are steady sitting around praying for America to get better, man. No. That just shows that you people don't believe in the Bible. Because you want this place to go on when according to the will of the Most High, America has to be destroyed to make way for YAHAWASHI to rule on the earth, man. You see, for YAHAWASHI's kingdom to be erected on the earth. You see? So Isaiah 9:5 says what? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This is talking about the Third World's War, man. Fire is coming, you see? Fire is coming, man. Isaiah 13, and we're going to jump down to 17. It says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. You see, who are the Medes? The Russians. And we're seeing this spirit being roused up in the Russians, man. You see? Let me say so-called Russians because they're Edomites as well. See? So the Most High is stirring up the so-called Russian Edomites to be against who? To be against Babylon, man. You see? Because you just had the press conference by Vladimir Putin a couple weeks ago where he basically dared America to cross that red line, man. Or it's going to be problems. So you see that spirit in Russia being roused up as it tells you in the scriptures, man. Hey, in Ezekiel 38, it says what? The Most High is going to put hooks into the jaws of the Medes, you see, of Gog and Magog to turn them back to what? To that USSR spirit, man. That spirit of war. And this is what we see happening. And this is why they're creating these weapons the way they're creating, man. And the thing is, that's the spirit of the Most High on them to give them that knowledge because America doesn't have that technology yet. America doesn't have the technology of a hypersonic missile, man. Showing you that this is all of the Most High. So Isaiah 13:17 says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You're not going to be able to bribe your way up out of this, man. Gold and silver is not going to save you. You see? Verse 18 says what? Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's talking about these missiles, man. If you're on the ground when these missiles start to hit Babylon the Great, your ass is cooked, man. Man, woman, or child, newborn baby, pregnant women. It doesn't matter who you are. These weapons are not going to have any pity upon anyone, man. Verse 19 says what? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. How did the Most High overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah, man? By way of fire and brimstone. And why was that? Because of the wickedness and the pride that those people were walking in. America has taken on that same spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's even worse than what Sodom and Gomorrah could ever be, man. You see? So just like the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone, America is going out that same way, man. Verse 20 said what? It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt them from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. There's no one this land is never going to be inhabited ever again. This is going to be the biggest desert upon the planet Earth, man. You see? No more of you heathen nations coming up here and setting up your food places, your restaurants, your shops. All that's going to be a thing of the past once America is destroyed, man. No one will abide in this place ever again. Verse 21 says what? But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. You see, that's what this land is going to be made for, man. It's going to be a habitation for desert creatures, man. As it tells you, man, let's get that real quick. Yep, as it tells you in Revelation 18, man. It says what? Revelation 18. And we'll start at 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Just like we're reading in Isaiah 13, man. You see? Isaiah was seeing the destruction of America, man. He wasn't seeing the destruction of ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon didn't go out by way of fire and brimstone. You see? It was taken down by a preemptive strike by way of the Medes, man. You see? So this great fire that's coming is reserved for America. Verse 22 says what? And wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Because now when you look in the news, man, you're seeing more talks of nuclear war. You see? So the Most High is preparing this thing to happen, man. And her days shall not be prolonged, man. Her time is near to come. The destruction of America is not at hand, man. You see? Let's get this. Let's get Isaiah 34. Because as we saw, how these missiles are, how they work when they're shot into the atmosphere, man. Isaiah 34 and 5, it says what? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Let's watch that video one more time to see the illustration. Let's see the scriptures come to life, man. See that? That's Isaiah 34 playing out right before your eyes, man. Behold, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's what it was talking about. That's exactly what it was talking about, man. The scriptures are brought to life by this video right here, man. You can see what was being talked about in Isaiah 34 and 5. You see? My sword shall be bathed in heaven. And what's going to happen when it's bathed in heaven? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You hear that? Now, who is Idumea, man? Who is Idumea according to the Bible? Idumea is who? Edom, which is red. Edom, Edomite, Idumean, descendants of Esau. You see that? And Idumea is talking about what? Babylon the Great, man, the chief dwelling place of you Edomites, man. You see this? So that's what these missiles are being prepared for, to be shot over here to the land of America. Verse 6 says what? The sword of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, with the blood of lambs, which are you two-thirds Israelites, and goats, which are the heathen nations, beginning with the Edomites, man. With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI have a sacrifice in Basra, which is America, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is also America. You see? Verse 7, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. And why is this happening? Verse 8, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So this great destruction by way of fire is coming for what you have done unto the Israelites. You see, you Edomites, you so-called white people, thought you were really going to get away with all the rape, robbery, and murder that you have committed against our people, man, but you're sadly mistaken. The Most High he was just preserving your ass for the day of evil, man. He was preserving you for this great fire, man, because you've never received the judgment. Going all the way back to the time of Cain, man. You Edomites have never paid for what you have done unto our people, man. It's like going back to the time of Cain. Since you were Cain, you've never paid for nothing. You was being reserved for this time, man. You see? To be punished by way of this great thermonuclear fire. And it's coming, man. We see these things playing out right before our eyes in these news articles, man, just as the Most High said will be happening. Verse 9 says what? And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. Everything in this land, man. You see? Everything in this land. And that's why the Apostle Peter said what? What is that? Oh, it's Slovakia. Yup. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 says what? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. What the Apostle Peter is talking about right now is the destruction of America, man. Now you're going to have other places in the earth get hit by nuclear missiles as well, but America is going to be completely annihilated by way of thermonuclear fire, man. And everything in this place is going to melt to be left. And when it's finished burning, nothing will be left, man. This is what the Apostle Peter is talking about right here. You see? Everything is going to be melted here in this place, destroyed. Which shows that everything in this place is vanity, man. It's worthless. It means nothing, man. You see? Let's go back. Matter of fact, we'll finish that. Verse 11 says what? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man? For us Israelites, we're supposed to not be walking in the ways of the world, man. We're not supposed to be out here celebrating holidays and doing the shit that people of the world doing, knowing and understanding what's about to happen. Verse 12 says what? Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You see, and everything is made out of elements, including the human body, man. And all that's going to be destroyed when those missiles are shot off, man. This is what's coming. You see? So going back to Isaiah 34 and 9, it says what? And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, and that just means a long time. It's not going to burn forever, you know? Because just like it said about Sodom and Gomorrah, man, that place is not burning forever. We just had that remembrance of that place and how it went out by way of fire. You see? So America is going to burn for a long time, but it's not going to burn forever because you still have the desert creatures who have to come and live in this place. So it just means it's going to burn for a very, very, very long time. So it says what? From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. And that's what's about to happen. Just look out into whatever city you're living in, man. Look at all the skyscrapers and all the land and all the trees and the cars and the buildings and all that's going to be completely destroyed here in Babylon the Great, man. Everything. Nothing will be left. You see? Let's get Jeremiah 50, and we're going to start at 22. Jeremiah 50 and 22 says what? A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You see that? The hammer of the whole earth is talking about Babylon the Great, man. The bully of the planet. Is about to be cut asunder and broken by way of what? By way of that thermonuclear destruction, man. You see? All ordained by the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Verse 24 says what? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI. So the Most High has set this place up to be destroyed, man. You see? This place is set up for a great destruction, and it's fastly approaching, man. It says what? Because what? They have striven against the Most High. You see? Telling people they can do as thou wilt. They're pushing that wine all throughout the earth, man. Just causing wickedness to flourish on the earth. And you're going to have to pay for that, man. Verse 25 says what? Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. What are these weapons, man? It's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. This is another form of the Most High's army, man. He put the spirit upon these so-called German Edomites to have that knowledge to make these missiles, man. Let's get that real quick. That's Isaiah 54 and 16. It says what? Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So the Most High have created these nuclear scientists and gave them the know-how to make these missiles, man. To do what? To be built up and evolve into what they are now, just to destroy America, man. You see? Going back. Jeremiah 50 and 25, it says, Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, which is America, man. Verse 26 says what? Come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And that's what's coming to America, man. Complete destruction. You see? Verse 27 says what? Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, America, to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI our power, the vengeance of his temple. And the only ones who are going to escape is who? Is the remnant, man. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 26 and 20, it says what? Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. And that's talking about what? The remnant of Israel, you see? The 1/3 of the nation of Israel being taken up into their chariots to escape that thermonuclear destruction, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. That's how we're going to get up out of here. That's how we're going to escape this fire, man. By being beamed up into the chariots, man, to be protected from this great destruction that's about to take place. That's the only way. That's the only way up out of here. Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. And what's that indignation? That thermonuclear destruction that's going to sweep across Babylon the Great, man. You see? Going back. Jeremiah 50 and 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI our power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. What is that talking about, man? All the heathen nations are going to come up against this place. Every nation that has thermonuclear capabilities are going to come up against Babylon. That's what it means by all ye that bend the bow. What is the bow? The bow is the missile silo. What is the arrow? The ICBM. You see? Whether that be shot out of a submarine or out of the ground, man. Every nation that has thermonuclear capabilities are going to fire their missiles upon America, man. So Jeremiah 50 and 29 says what? Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, against the Holy One of Israel. You see that? So all the wickedness that America has done upon this planet Earth, man, the Most High is going to cause all these nations to destroy this place. You see? All the hell and all the terror that you have caused all the people of the earth, the Most High is going to finally allow these people to get recompense upon you, damn devils. But it's mainly for what? We just read in Isaiah 34, for what you have done unto the Israelites. You see? Verse 30 says what? Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. You hear that? And who is the most proud nation upon the planet Earth? The so-called American Edomites, man. You see? And the Most High is going to cut everybody still on the ground. The Most High is going to cut them off by way of fire in that day, man. You see? This is what's coming. Verse 29 says what? And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. You hear that? How is that fire going to be kindled in the cities, man? By way of these thermonuclear missiles that's going to be fired upon this place from all the heathen nations, man. And they're going to be led by who? They're going to be led by Russia, man. The Medes. And this is all according to biblical prophecy, man. You see? This is all according to the words that the Heavenly Father Yahawah has spoken out of his mouth, man. And it will come to pass because what? The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. You hear that? So we're going to wrap it up on this one, man. Let's get Zechariah 14 and 12, and it says what? And this shall be the plague wherewith YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And how is that going to be made possible? By way of the thermonuclear missiles that's going to rain down here upon Babylon the Great, man. You want an illustration of that? Go watch Terminator 2, man. That's exactly how it's going to happen. You see? A Babylon will burn, as it is written. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI has commanded you to do. With that, I'm going to say shalom, wa, abba, babah.